This is the Royal Gourmet 8-burner gas grill, and this is meant for large events. And as you can see, it is massive. But this is actually really great. It's 104,000 BTU liquid propane, so it's independently controlled dual systems, and I'll show you that what that means at the end of this video, near the end of this video. But initially, when I first started unboxing this thing, it looked a little overwhelming, I got to admit. But as I started taking these parts out and unboxing everything, and notice the grill unit down here at the bottom, there really aren't that many parts, and it wasn't very complicated to put together. But you do have to pay attention to the directions, of course, and you might need an extra hand lifting this unit as you're trying to piece it together. And the directions, you start with the base and you kind of work your way up. So I'm going to walk you through that process right now. You can just keep this visual as we're talking, but I wanted to explain a little bit more about this grill. So what I'm piecing together now is an open cart, 2-level heavy-duty storage area. So it's got a lot of storage here, and you can see there are 2 levels with various large grill accessories that are able to be piled up onto this thing. So that's really cool. If you store a lot of different utensils or something, supplies while you're cooking, then there is plenty of storage down below the cooking surface. Speaking of cooking surfaces, there is 969 square inches of cooking surface on this grill. So that's pretty massive. It's definitely meant for large groups or events. So it has, like I said, 2 gas supporting systems that create 2 individually controlled grilling zones. So one thing I do like about this is also there are 2 drip pans, 2 separate drip pans, and it makes it easy for cleanup. So you can remove the grease tray and the collection cups on 2 different sides. Makes it a lot easier to clean, especially if you're only using one side. Lifting this thing up in place was kind of difficult. It would be definitely hard to do with one person, so make sure if you're setting this up, you've got somebody to help you out. So this is a wind deflector, and what's cool about this is it has the hinges on the back like you saw, so I can just, unhook the sides and let it fold back if I don't really need that. So here's where you can see one side of the propane tank. This one side for one of the propane tanks, and then you've got one on this side as well for the dual zone control. And these shelves here, I'm going to go ahead and show you those here in just a minute, but both sides of those shelves, those platforms, fold down, and so it's got that cool foldable design if you need to kind of pack it away or store it away. But I'm going to go ahead and show you how that works, so you can get a visual on that as well. And it really just slides out of place and folds down just like that. It's pretty simple, pretty straightforward. If you want to put it back together, you just lift it up and make sure that guides right into those guides here that are underneath. It slides in really simple. Now, when I first put this together, I didn't realize that the propane hoses were tucked up under here, and so they're also secured with zip ties. You got to snip those zip ties and bring those down, and then I just kind of wrap them up around here to the side. I'll show you what I mean. So I just kind of tuck them away right here where the propane hooks on. That way I can keep it safe and store it out of the way. And I'm going to show you how I did that on this one. You just got to kind of loop it through and pull it back over those support brackets for the drip tray. And so I'm just going to try to do that one-handed here. But this whole thing weighs about 120 pounds combined, and it's freestanding. It's got great casters with locks on them. I'm impressed with this, so I really hope that this helps you guys make a decision. Thank you for watching, and happy shopping.